Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I welcome you to Maggie's Magical Moon Ceremonies. We are here on the Applegate River today, this beautiful, blessed little river that I love so much. I was called to do ceremony here today. I don't normally participate in ceremony along the Applegate. It's usually along my river, the Rogue River, but it's interesting because the energies of this lunar event that we have coming up in less than 24 hours, it is a new moon solar eclipse at 19 degrees Gemini, and its energy peaks here on the Pacific coast of North America at 3:52 a.m. early tomorrow morning, Thursday, June 10th. This really brings an energy of newness and freshness. And so I think that is why I was called to come to another river that has my heart. The energy of this eclipse really carries with it a completely new beginning for all of us. None of us have ever been here before. This is not going to feel like or look like anything that we've ever felt before, anything we've ever created before, anything we've ever walked through before. This is a completely new beginning. This eclipse is in Gemini, so it really has to do with the energy of our mind, the energies of our thoughts, our mental activity, our plans for the future. It has a lot of the energy of using our thoughts to manifest. It's 19 degrees, which is the degree of manifesting for our daily life. It carries the tone of acting with our thoughts to manifest for our hearts. It's really a very basic energy in that way. It's what we think about at this time is going to come into creation and come into fruition. So it's very important to be really conscious of our thoughts, be conscious of what it is, connect in right now at this time to our heart, to that sweet little girl or that sweet little boy that exists inside of you. What is it that you've always dreamed of creating? What is that feeling of heaven on earth for you right now? How do you envision your future? How do you envision heaven on earth looking for you, looking for your loved ones, your friends, your family, this world at large? Write that down now. Spend time with that. Journal. Go deep into the energies of your heart and think about what peace and beauty and magic and love and abundance and prosperity that you want to create in this world right now, because this is a magical manifesting new moon, and the secret ingredient is really honestly just thinking about it, spending time and using your thoughts consciously to actively think about what you want to create for your heart, your sweetheart. We have Venus and Mars both in Cancer right now, which is ensuring that everything that we manifest for our hearts right now is really aligned with our feelings, with what we want to feel now, what we want to feel today, what we want to feel in the future, and being completely in integrity with those feelings, and really visioning, the future that we want to see for ourselves. When we sit in that feeling of heaven on earth and sit in that feeling of our hearts, what does it feel like? Let's not be attached to the images and how it actually looks, but let's go deeply into how it feels. Venus and Mars are really supporting that. Oftentimes in co-creation with Holy Spirit, we get caught up on and attached to what the outcome will be. And we get separated from the fact that this is truly a co-creation. We are here to create our most beautiful lives with Spirit. And Spirit always knows better. than Spirit always makes it bigger and more beautiful and more abundant and more prosperous and more full of love than we could ever even come up with our own creations in our mind. So I really, really implore everyone to think about the feelings that they want to feel. Think about the feeling of what that heaven on earth is. Think about what the feeling of that new love is, what the feeling of that, you know, massive bank account is, or what the feeling of that project coming into fruition that your heart wants to manifest. You know, what does that feel like for you? And I implore us all to really focus on the tone of heaven on earth. Like, God graced us this magical manifestation new moon at this time when we're changing, we're shifting as human beings, and we're realizing our divine sovereignty to create this beautiful life for ourselves. And we can, when we align with creating for our heart, we really align with creating love for the entire world. That's the simple formula of co-creation with the divine, is when we're directly connected to our heart's deepest desires, and we're creating from that frequency, from that point, it is completely and totally supported by God, and it completely and totally supports the creation of heaven on earth, because that's what we're all here to do. We're all here to completely align to our heart's sweet voice. When we do that, when we create heaven on earth for ourselves, we create it for everybody else. There is Mercury is retrograde, is conjunct this new moon solar eclipse, and it's really, I feel this energy like Mercury is going back and it's tilling our mind. It's pulling out the weeds. It's making us aware of the thought patterns and the negative thoughts that we repeat, and the belief systems. You know, this beautiful lunar eclipse we had a couple weeks ago has really helped to uproot all of these old belief systems that were holding us back from manifesting our most beautiful life for ourselves. And as that is coming up, you know, Mercury is really helping us to see all of the ways that our thinking has maybe not served us. And beautifully, it has to be identified to be weeded out of the garden. So Mercury's just tilling it, picking it all out, getting rid of all those weeds for us. And this eclipse is just really supporting that and amplifying that energy. The energy of a solar eclipse is massive. You know, this is a lunar event times thousands. You know, we're going to feel the energy of this eclipse for the next 6 months, and we're going to see things change and shift in our lives. And it's all going to affect us a little differently based on where these energies show up in our natal charts. But truly, it is about creation and creating for our hearts, and new, fresh, beautiful starts, creating heaven on earth, creating magic and creating joy for ourselves. And creating the feelings that we want to live in and we want to exist in our hearts every day, in our daily life, and then again, you know, for the world, you know, creating from that space where we create love and magic for ourselves and create that for the world. So beautiful, beautiful energies to harness right now. I highly suggest that if you have thought patterns or negative thoughts that come up during this time, call upon these beautiful helpers, these beautiful angels that we have here to help us. My most frequent helper when it comes to my thoughts are Archangel Metatron. If I have a thought that I don't want to see come into creation and I'm conscious of it, you know, I'm watching my thoughts, or I see a thinking pattern where I'm spinning around and I'm thinking the same thing over and over again, I call upon Archangel Metatron, and I tap in and I say, Archangel Metatron, I thank you so much for helping me to recognize this thinking pattern, recognize these thoughts, and see them. I thank you so much for allowing me to see these, and I thank you for using your beautiful tool, the Merkaba Cube, to remove these thoughts, remove their vibration from the fabric of reality, remove them from my system, remove these patterns. Allow me to release them and transmute all of this energy back into love so that I can create from a place of love, a place of divine inspiration for my highest good and the highest good of all. Thank you so much, Archangel Metatron. The angels are here to help us. There are all these absolutely massive, beautiful assistance energies, and there always have been, but we're awakening to it at a greater level, and our ability to access it and really pull it into our hearts, to know what to do and how to do it. We have this sweet birdie friend playing with us. It's all becoming easier. It's at a frequency that we're able to kind of touch and feel and grasp and really work with. I also love Archangel Zadkiel and the violet flame for this as well. It really is a beautiful transmutation tool, so I would do something very similar. You know, just feel into it and which one feels like it aligns more with the energy of you. You know, does the violet flame want to be worked with for you? Does it, you know, if you're feeling a thought or having a feeling in your system right now that's being brought up by these energies, you know, tap into the help and feel what feels. You'll know instantly. When I ask Archangel Metatron to remove a thought or a thinking pattern from my system, it's gone. I don't dwell, I don't think about it ever again. It's just gone. So I really implore you to work with these energies that we have here assisting us right now. It's really beautiful. I think that's all I want to say about the energies of right now. They're just magical and they're beautiful, and it's our time to create for ourselves and our hearts, and thereby doing that, creating for the world. So I love you all. I'm so happy that you have joined me here today in this ceremony on the Applegate River. All of my ceremonies have the intent and purpose of creating heaven on earth for myself, for those of you that are participating and watching this ceremony, for the world at large, for the human collective consciousness, for the human heart, and for Mother Earth herself and all of existence and creation here. I know it's a lofty goal, but I have zero doubt in my beingness that this is what we are capable of, that we have the ability to do this, and all we have to do is believe. And that's what I do. I believe that these ceremonies go towards creating heaven on earth, and I thank you for joining these ceremonies and me in performing these ceremonies. So I have my living altar here. Every ceremony that I perform is a little different. I've been performing ceremonies since I was a small child, and I never do it the same, but it always has a similar element and similar tone to it. I really I find the presence of Mother Earth's elements to be very important. We have a living altar here today. I have a candle lit on our altar, which represents our fire, and I said prayers with that before we started recording. I have this beautiful, holy, magical, sweet water way next to me of the Applegate River, representing the water. Mother Earth's holy air blowing through my hair, into my lungs, filling us with this sweet goodness. And then of course her mighty, mighty earth, her soil and her rocks and her sand and everything here. So we have Mother Earth present in all of her forms. I have rose petals here to offer to the river with prayers when I'm done. I have lavender petals as well. I have my my manifesting crystals and my jar of Rogue River water with my my manifestations from the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius 2 weeks ago. Those are in there, and I will empty the water in the river when I'm done and wash all my rocks off. The way that I perform my ceremony, I have my manifestations here that I've also written, the things that I wish to create, the things that I wish to see come into fruition for myself, for my family, my friends, my heaven on earth, the way that I envision my heaven on earth for myself and for the whole world. I have that written on my my beautiful, beautiful manifestation paper there. So I'll infuse all the yummy goodness of this ceremony into these manifestations, and then when it comes time, when the energies peak for the eclipse at 3:52 a.m., I will be up, I will be performing my own ceremony, and then I will place these manifestations in my fresh Applegate River water in my jar with my yummy crystals that are all infused with this beautiful divine energy, and I will also bury the other manifestations in my garden, and I do that all very early in the morning in the dark under the darkness of this beautiful new moon solar eclipse. So I'm so thankful and grateful to be here with you on this beautiful river, and I say we get started. Let's create this magic for our hearts and for the world, and it's heaven on earth time. Let's have fun. I'm so excited to see the fruition of these lunar cycles, over the next year as everything unfolds for humankind, because it's really exciting. It really is a new time and a new era, and God keeps providing all this beautiful sparkly energy for us to create for our hearts. So here we go. Holy source of all that is, divine Mother Goddess and Father God, angels of the Christ-like consciousness, angel guardians of the earth, magical beings of the cosmic realms and the earthly realms, dragons and unicorns, fairies, earth elementals, ancestor spirits of this land, and of all those in participation today, ascended masters and star beings, all of the helpers, known and unknown, here, present with us in our ceremonial circle, Mother Earth and all of her animal spirits and her elements, all of the energies here helping us to create heaven on earth for ourselves and for the world. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for filling our hearts with light and divine inspiration. Thank you for grounding our energies deep into Mother Earth so that all that is created from this ceremony will manifest into love and peace and purity and joy and magic, beauty, and heaven on earth for all of creation. May these energies expand out throughout all of time and all of space to infuse love into every fabric of creation and every fabric of reality. Thank you so, so, so much, magical beings, helpers of the Christ-like consciousness, divine holy source of all that is. Thank you for supporting the energies of this ceremony and supporting the creation of heaven on earth for our hearts and for the highest good of all, for all beings in all of creation, for all of time. Thank you. And so it is. Blessed be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I now call upon Archangel Uriel of the North, Archangel Uriel of mighty earth, Archangel Uriel with your divine, beautiful God frequency light, your energy of divine wisdom and knowledge. Thank you for joining our ceremonial circle today. Thank you for all you have done in all of our lives, for all you have done for Mother Earth and all of her inhabitants, for elevating our vibration over these years, for guiding us towards the divine wisdom that lives deep within our hearts, for connecting us to the awakening of the human heart, the awakening to the truth that we are the divine sovereign creators of our reality, and we have the power to access the magic in every now moment to create the most beautiful and most love-filled lives for ourselves and for all of creation. Thank you for being present with us here today, Archangel Uriel. Uriel, I humbly and I gracefully thank you for meeting me here, in between the realms, where the angelic realms meet the earthly realms, where the veil is thin, and for merging your energy with mine. Together, we ground our energies deep into Mother Earth, and by your direction, we spin our energies up so high, so high. We spin our energies up so high in the north that we open up the most magical portal from the heavenly realms, from the angelic realms to the earthly realms, where the light of divine wisdom, the light of divine knowledge, the light of God's source energy, the light of heaven pours down profusely and abundantly into all of creation here on Mother Earth, deep into the hearts and the lives of everyone present in this ceremony, in and throughout all of the systems that exist across this world, through our government systems and our school systems, our hospitals, our banks, our financial systems, through our food industry, through everything we have ever created as a structure, as an institution in this world. Flow this high vibrational divine light, elevating the frequency of all that exists and all that has ever been created here on Mother Earth, elevating it to the frequency of source light, of God. Thank you for flowing this beautiful light into the human collective consciousness at large, aligning all of our thoughts and all of our creations with that of heaven on earth. Thank you for flowing this light deep into Mother Earth's mighty earth, into all layers of her beautiful mighty earth, deep into her crust and all throughout all of her beingness, into her soil and her rocks, her trees, her grasses, her plains, her glaciers, all of her waterways, all of the holy magical water that exists on this planet, every single water molecule elevating the vibration of it. Flowing this light into the holy air and the sacred fire, allowing us to transmute and clear away all vibrations that are no longer in alignment with love, that are no longer in alignment with heaven on earth. Transmuting everything that does not serve the creation of heaven on earth back into love, back into grace, back into peace. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for flowing your light into all of creation to create heaven on earth for the highest good of all, and so it is. I call upon the mighty earth dragons of the north and the guardians of the north, the magical beings here existing, holding these portals open in the north created by Archangel Uriel and us, holding these portals open so that the light of heaven, the light of God, flows into all of creation from the heavenly realms, from the angelic realms, here into all of the earthly realms, in every timeline, in every lifetime, in every dimension, in every realm, for all of time, for eternity, forever and ever and ever, creating heaven on earth here for all of existence, for the highest good of all, and so it is. Blessed be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, guardians of the north and mighty earth dragons. Thank you. I now call upon Archangel Michael of the south, Archangel Michael of the sacred fire. Archangel Michael, we thank you. We thank you for being the divine ambassador to humans, for being the angel whose frequency is so easy to connect to. Thank you for filling our hearts with love and grace here in these earthly realms. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for showing us what the energy of the divine masculine feels like. Thank you for protecting us and infusing our hearts with faith and love and wrapping us in your beautiful divine light. Thank you for all of the grace that you bring here to these earthly realms, and for all of the love that you have brought all of creation here for all of time, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, I so gracefully and humbly thank you for meeting me here between the realms, between the angelic realms and the earthly realms, where the veil is thin, and merging your energy completely with mine, and together we ground our energies deep into Mother Earth. And by your direction, with your love and your grace and your immense, beautiful divine power, we spin our energies up together so high. We spin our energies up so high in the south, that we open up the most immense, the most vast, the most beautiful portal in the south, where the divine light of heaven, the divine light of the angelic realm flows profusely and abundantly into all of creation here on the earthly realms. The divine light of God pouring effortlessly, fluidly down into all of our lives, into every human heart, into all of the energy systems that exist in all of the humans, purifying us, enlightening us, enlivening us, raising our frequency, aligning us with the light of divine source energy. Thank you for flowing this light into every creation that has ever existed here on earth, past, present, and future. Thank you for flowing this light into everything we will create, infusing everything that is being birthed from these energies with the energy of God, the energy of love, the energy of peace and prosperity for all, aligning us with the divine power, the divine spark that lives in every human heart, the divine spark of grace, the divine spark of God. Thank you for flowing this light into Mother Earth's sacred fire, infusing the energy of transmutation into all of existence, so that we may carry this holy flame within us that burns brightly and transmutes all that no longer serves love, all that no longer serves the creation of heaven on earth, transmutes it all back to love, back to Mother Earth, to be recycled back into love, more and more love, more love and grace and light to be accessed for the creation of heaven on earth for all beings. Thank you for pouring this light deep into the layers of Mother Earth, into all aspects of her beingness, throughout all of her waterways and all of her water molecules, into her holy air, purifying, uplifting, reviving all of the air that exists in and throughout everything. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for creating this magical, beautiful portal of light from heaven to here on earth, so we may create heaven on earth for ourselves and for the entire earthly realms and all of her creations. I so humbly and gracefully thank the fire dragons, the mighty fire dragons of the south, and the guardians of the south, the magical beings of the south, for holding this magical portal, all of these magical portals we have created in the south with Archangel Michael. The portals from the angelic realms and the heavenly realms to all of these earthly realms, where the light of heaven, the light of God, the ray of Archangel Michael flows into every realm, into all of existence here, into every timeline and lifetime and dimension, forever and ever and ever, to create heaven on earth for all beings, for all of time. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, sacred fire dragons. And thank you, holy, sweet guardians of the south. I now call upon Archangel Gabriel of the West, Archangel Gabriel of the sweet magical waters, Archangel Gabriel with your pure diamond white light frequency, your frequency of grace, your frequency of love, your frequency of creativity and inspiration, of purity, of peace. Thank you. Thank you for purifying our hearts and our minds and our souls. Thank you for connecting us with that divine spark of creativity that lives within all of us, our connection to Holy Spirit, our heart's connection to our soul's deepest desires, to what our heart came here to create, the love and the magic and the beauty that exists within each and every one of us. Thank you for connecting us to that. Thank you for purifying the human heart, purifying Mother Earth. Thank you for inspiring us, Archangel Gabriel, and leading us to our inspirations. Thank you for the new love that you are bringing into our lives. Thank you for connecting us deeply to our own love of self, to our own love of our sweet, beautiful hearts, so that we can truly access the magic that is our divine birthright, that lives deep within our own sweet hearts. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gabriel, I so humbly and gracefully thank you for meeting me here between the realms, between the angelic realms and the earthly realms, where the veil is thin, merging your energy with mine, and together we ground our energies deep into the core of Mother Earth. And by your direction, with your divine grace and magic, we spin our energies up so high together. We spin our energies up so high in the west, that we create this most massive, most beautiful, most abundant portal in the west, where the divine light, the divine grace of God, the divine light of heaven, the divine light of purity, of diamond light, creative, loving, inspiring light flows so profusely, so easily, and so gracefully into every facet of beingness that exists in these earthly realms. deep into the cells of every one of our bodies, into all of our existence, from the most micro to the most macro, from the most constrictive and restrictive to the most expansive, purifying and clearing out all that no longer serves, all that's not in resonance with heaven on earth, is instantly cleared and purified with this light of Archangel Gabriel, this diamond white light, this high frequency light of divine love, of purity and peace. May this light flow into every human heart, every human mind, every human emotional field and energetic field, clearing and cleansing the frequency of humanity, aligning humans with the light of God and the light of our own hearts, aligning us with the light of the power that we have to be the divine creators of our own beautiful heaven on earth, thereby creating heaven on earth for ourselves and for all beings. Thank you for flowing this light into Mother Earth's magical waterways, all of her streams, lakes, rivers, oceans, glaciers, all of her rain, all of her clouds, all of the water molecules that exist in all the living bodies, water in all of her forms, purifying every single water molecule and aligning every water molecule with the frequency of love and divine grace and inspiration, elevating the vibration of all of the water that exists in and throughout Mother Earth, elevating the vibration of everything in doing this, flowing this light into Mother Earth's holy air, into all of her animal spirits, to all of her beautiful flowers and all of her beautiful creations, past, present, and future, aligning everything with love and grace and purity and peace. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you for creating this portal with us to create heaven on earth for ourselves, our sweethearts, and for all of creation, for the highest good of all, and so it is. I call upon the sweet magical water dragons of the West and the guardians of the West, the magical beings present here in the West, helping to create and hold the tone of heaven on earth for all beings. Thank you for holding these magical portals that Archangel Gabriel and us have created in the West, holding them open for all of time, in every dimension, in every timeline, in every lifetime, in every realm, for all of time, for eternity, forever and ever and ever, for all of existence, to create heaven on earth, for all of Mother Earth's creations and all that exists here in these realms, for the highest good of all, and so it is. Blessed be. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you so much, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you so much, sweet magical water dragons and guardians of the West. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I now call upon Archangel Raphael of the East, Archangel Raphael of the holy air. Archangel Raphael, I thank you. I thank you for being such a divine guardian of all of the beings here on Mother Earth. We thank you for being present with us in our ceremonial circle today. We thank you for all you have done to heal the collective human consciousness. All you have done to clear our frequency of lower vibrations, of trauma, of all that no longer serves. Thank you for healing the human heart. Thank you for all of the healing you have done here on Mother Earth to bring in the frequencies of light, the frequencies of prosperity and abundance for all. Thank you for the elevation you have brought us throughout time here. Thank you for being present as a guardian of healing, a guardian of peace, a guardian of prosperity for all beings. Archangel Raphael, I so humbly and gracefully thank you for meeting me here between the realms, between the angelic realms and the earthly realms where the veil is thin, merging your energy with mine, and together we ground our energies deep into the core of Mother Earth. And by your direction, with your massive love and healing power, together, we spin our vibrations up so high. We spin our vibrations up so high in the east that we create the most incredible, the most magical, the biggest, most ginormous portal in the east, where the light of healing, the light of love, the light of prosperity, the light of heaven, the light of abundance for all, the golden green light of healing and love flows in and throughout all of the earthly realms, deep into all of our bodies, clearing and cleaning any vibration not aligned with love, infusing all of our beingness with healing, with prosperity, with peace. Healing all that exists here on Mother Earth. Instantly healing all of the structures, all of the systems, everything that's ever been created in any timeline, lifetime, or dimension, or realm. Healing all of creation. Transmuting all back into love. Flowing this light into our hearts. Healing any belief systems or thought patterns that hold us back from knowing the divine love that we are, from knowing the divine power that we have, from knowing that we are magic, that we are grace, and we are love, and we are powerful creators of our own realities. And we have the ability to create our own heaven on earth. And thereby we are able to create heaven on earth for all of existence. It starts with our own sweethearts, and we thank you for flowing this beautiful light into our hearts, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for flowing this light into Mother Earth's holy air, purifying it, healing it, elevating it, infusing it with the energies of healing and prosperity so that every breath we take heals us and heals any vibration that's out of alignment with our own heaven. Thank you for flowing this light into Mother Earth's sweet magical waters and all layers of her divine mighty earth, deep into her crust, all throughout the layers of her beingness, all throughout her magma, the surface of her earth, every creature that exists on Mother Earth receiving this beautiful, beautiful healing light of Archangel Raphael. Thank you for flowing this light into the sacred fire, imparting the fire with the frequency of love and healing and prosperity, so that with the transmutation of all lower frequencies, we are also aligned with the frequency of prosperity and love and healing. Thank you for flowing this light into and throughout all that exists, all of creation, all of existence in every realm of Mother Earth, creating heaven on earth for all. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. I call upon the mighty air dragons of the east, the divine magical helpers and guardians of the east. Thank you for holding these portals in the east open. These portals created by Archangel Raphael and us. These portals where the divine light of healing, the divine light of prosperity and abundance flows into all of existence, in every realm, in every timeline, in every lifetime. Throughout all that exists in these earthly realms, the light of heaven, the light of God, the light of Archangel Raphael, the light of love, flowing profusely and abundantly for all of time to create heaven on earth for the highest good of all. Thank you, 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 blessed be. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, beautiful, beautiful, magical, holy air dragons, guardians of the east, magical beings of the east. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Divine, holy source of all that is, Mother Goddess, Father God, all of the sweet goddesses and gods of creation, our ascended masters, our guardian angels of earth, the entire angelic realm, magical beings of the cosmos and the earthly realms, the dragons, the unicorns, the fairies, all of the earth's animal spirits, the star beings, our ancestor spirits, all of the magic that exists here, all of the helpers, all of the love and the energy that exists here. Thank you for being present with us in this ceremonial circle. Thank you for helping us to create heaven on earth for our own hearts, so that we may create heaven on earth for all of creation, for all of time. Thank you for the beauty and the magic, the abundance, the prosperity, the love, the grace, the bliss, the ecstasy, the delight, all of the amazing, joyful, peaceful frequencies that have been created here today, adding to this beautiful heaven on earth frequency for all of us, for all of time, in every timeline, in every dimension, in every lifetime, for the highest good of all. Thank you, 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 thank you. Blessed be, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful beings. Thank you, magical, magical people who have joined me today in this ceremony. Thank you for bearing witness. Thank you for participating. Thank you for shining your hearts, shining your love. Thank you for moving through this world as the love that you are. Thank you for answering the call to create your own heaven on earth, because that's where it starts. When we start to create for our heart, we start to create for every human heart. So many blessings to all of you beautiful beings. Thank you for joining me. So many blessings your way. I love you. Mwah. Beautiful, beautiful solar eclipse in 19 degrees Gemini to you all. Mwah.